Y'all, this has been a wild one. This has been a wild one. First of all, thank you for everyone that has tuned in, that has watched, that has donated, that has signal boosted, that has done anything to help the struggle that is going on right now for Black Lives Matters and against police brutality. I wanted to tell you today, and I think this is probably going to be a short one, probably, that a lot of people I've heard saying things now like, I'm not sure how I should feel, or again, it's not my place to say anything, or yes, it is. By the way, it's everyone's place to say something, to speak up and call out when you see injustice. Whenever you see something that you know is wrong, or you see misinformation being spread, call it out. Call it out. Don't ever allow yourself to be bullied into silence by anybody, because again, they're counting on that. They're counting on our silence. They're counting on us being rocked to sleep or exhausted. We cannot. We must stay resolute. Again, not just now, but all the way through November, because that's when the actual fight happens, November. And a point I made earlier is it's fine if you want to do something fun, if you want to watch a TV show, if you want to play games. That's why I've still been doing most of my streams. It's fine to still have an escape, to take a breath, to look away for a while. It's fine. It's tough. It's a lot, I know. But you have to stay, one, aware of what's happening, and two, don't get rocked to sleep, because it's when we're not paying attention is when all the dirt and duplicity starts getting done behind the scenes, and that's what we have to be aware of. So another thing that I'm hearing is people saying things like, well, you know, my problems don't matter. Like, it doesn't matter that I wrecked my car during this time, or it doesn't matter that my grandmother died, or that, you know, my car got repossessed, or whatever. You know, again, pain is relative. Pain is relative. You know, I consider myself a stoic. I mean, an actual stoic, a philosophical stoic, not just what people usually say about people that have no emotions, but, you know, how you process things. And perspective is a big part of stoicism, of, you know, how bad do you have it in the grand scheme of things? You know, why are you upset about something that you will have forgotten about in a day or two? And if you'll have forgotten about it in a day or two, why you're upset about it now? That kind of thing, that kind of looking at it is useful and helpful. You can reduce a lot of irritation and frustration and tension that you experience in your life when you just realize that it's just not worth getting worked up about. That is useful. When you genuinely feel a certain way, though, beating yourself up about it and how you should feel is useless and wasted energy. You know, y'all, these are unprecedented times. No one ever in the history of the world has gone through what we're going through right now, which I realize is a bold statement, because you're like, no, the Black Plague killed a third of Europe, and there was the Civil War and the Civil Rights struggle and all that. No, I hear all that. I hear all that. The statement I'm making is at a time of such extreme, both global and social interconnectivity, to be beset by the major challenges of a worldwide global pandemic and massive social, systemic, racial unrest at the same time. Oh, coming off of having been locked indoors for 3 months, okay? So no one knows what even constitutes a healthy response right now anymore. So don't knock yourself for feeling how you feel. It is fine. Be gentle with yourself. Do whatever you got to do to maintain your mental health. Okay? This above all else, to thine own self be true, right? Although the rest of that, and I'm paraphrasing slightly, I apologize. And so it must follow like day after night that you cannot be false to any man. Everybody throws out that this above all else to thine own self be true part. But what that means is, if you're being honest with yourself, you can't be dishonest with anybody, right? So the time that you take to secure your own oxygen and make sure that you're okay and that you're in the right mental and physical and emotional headspace allows you to be the change that we literally need in the world right now. So again, take a break, man. It's fine. Take a long break. Watch a movie, read a book, take a bubble bath. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The world will still be on fire when you get back, and then get back in the game. You know, it's like halftime, right? Honestly, it's not even halftime. We're in like the end of like the first quarter. So I'm gonna keep this one short, y'all. I've been live streaming them lately, but I got my new camera set up and I haven't managed to get it to allow me to live stream on this yet. I gotta keep picking at it. So in the meantime, keep your heads up, man. We're gonna get through it, y'all. I promise. Some good things are happening. The cops in Minnesota are all in custody. Again, we have to be careful that they don't just turn around and let them go. They caught the dude in Maryland. Again, we have to be careful that they don't just turn around and let him go. They're sending the National Guard home because the Pentagon doesn't want them to be there, and the publicity stunt didn't play with the right-wing base. So we'll see. And a lot of people are starting to get up, and the wheels are getting squeaky now, and they're you know, his approval is dropping, but the election's still 5 months away, man. And there's still plenty of time for them to rock themselves to sleep and still be like, well, he's terrible, but he's not a Democrat. Nah, man, push it, push it, push it. Keep reminding Nana, keep reminding your aunts and uncles, keep reminding your grandparents, keep reminding your friends that sat out the last election or voted for Jill Stein or that other nonsense, which is the same as just lighting your vote on fire. We need to clear the benches in November. Remember that, man. You really want to stop to all this. See, Mad Max agrees with me out there. If you really want to stop to all this, that's where it comes from. To go to the ballot box. And the politicians that we elect in the fall inevitably will not be perfect people because they're still people and quite frankly, they're politicians. But I would rather be dealing with someone who is not actively plotting our socio-economic and cultural destruction and actively pitting us against one another than the bloated, orange, whiny little bitch we have in the White House right now. Did y'all see that he put up those fences? I guess he finally got his wall. All I have to say is, Obama wasn't scared of us, was he?